Guys, my name is Rage and we are back today with an exciting Red Star Orb opening video. I'm sure you guys have already seen it, but Kestrel is finally into the game now, and you know, with her being Marvel Strike Force's newest character as well as the first original character, it's going to be very, very exciting. Her main strengths is going to be extremely high damage and focus. You're going to see the opportunities how she can apply defense down to almost any enemy that she faces. And on top of that, she's also going to be able to have extreme synergy now with additional Cosmic as well as Nick Fury allies. So definitely, they've already commented that she's going to be very, very comparable to Silver Surfer and being on the same level as him. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that dynamic shakes out. With that being said, let's dive right into the Red Star Orb opening, and then we'll quickly go over a kit as well as the Red Star Orb T4 recommendations for her skill set. So, as per usual, you guys, I know with the last couple of times, Marvel Strike Force and Scopely, they've unfortunately messed up in terms of the probability. So, just make sure before you guys are opening the Red Star, just pop into the eye here and just making sure that Kestrel is actually listed here with the extra 15%. We see that it is effective. So, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, she's gonna be one of the first new notable characters that's pretty significant. So, I'm gonna just play it by ear here in terms of what I want. Ideally, I always go for at least a 3 red, but this is one definitely I'm willing to throw in some elite Red Star Orbs, just because of the fact that you don't really get a lot of characters like Kestrel coming into the game that can, once again, reshape the meta. It's kind of like what I did with Silver Surfer as well, and it's always interesting and fun because you just never know what you're going to expect with this game, and especially with them bringing these exciting characters, always great to change the dynamic, and especially if it's meta changing like this. So, unfortunately, not really getting a lot of luck here. We opened 6 already, but again, like the 2 or 3 red would be ideal. Nice, we get an upgrade here with Yondu, so no, not always terrible, but upgrades are always welcome. In addition to that, if we get any duplicates, obviously it goes back into the elite orbs for us. So I am not gonna shy away today in terms of what I can go for. You can see you got the 5 red Colossus. Wow, it actually does help. I don't have him built up too much, but it's nice to just get those upgrades here. So we're getting that today, but still no Kestrel, so that makes me a little hesitant on whether or not you know, the promotion. It does say that the increased 15% chance was there, so I do want to believe them that it is in effect, but we'll know furthermore when we actually go in with the elite reds too. So another blue here. Yeah, unfortunately no Kestrel yet, not even a 1 or 2 star. That does make me a little hesitant here, just because if I don't see any of her yet, I don't know if I will use the elites just to make sure, right? Because we see the increased chance, but she's not even popping here, so we will open a couple more, but if I'm afraid if we don't even see a 1 or 2 red, it might actually not be effective yet. Then that's my fear here, because if that's the case, then we might have to actually just pause here. If we'll up a couple more, but I may not actually make a video on this then, because of the fact that she may not actually be effective yet, and this might actually just be a mumble jumble for a lot of people. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we've definitely opened over 20 now, and I still don't see the effective update. So just a FYI, you guys, maybe just hold off on your Red Star Orbs. I don't know if it's effective yet, because it does show her picture and everything, but it doesn't look like it's quite effective yet. So, I mean, I'm going to hold off until I feel more confident. Just FYI, I hope this video, if you guys are watching at the time of recording, hopefully you guys get this information beforehand, but just be conservative there. I'm going to save my Red Star Orbs just in case either the patch just hasn't been effective, but we can still dive into her kit and talk about the potential abilities and T4. So Kestrel, I love her kit. I love what she looks like. The design is absolutely gorgeous. You know, I think they did an exceptional job here. Let's go ahead and start talking about her basic here though. Aerial Ace. With this ability, she does apply a chance of defense down, so it's consistent with other characters in the game like Symbiote Spider-Man, but you can see as you level this up, she does do a pretty decent amount of damage here. Even at the level 6, you're going to get a notable boost in damage, as well as having that chance to actually always apply defense down. If you were to T4 this ability, the defense down actually does apply to for 2 whole turns, as well to both the primary and the secondary target. So just something to keep in mind. It's pretty effective, to be honest. 2 turns is really, really notable, especially if your team has a good amount of offense. 100% I would recommend T4ing this ability. Let's just see what the rest of the abilities look like as well though. Light Speed Blitz. So for this special ability, consistent with similar abilities, nothing crazy, but applying a defense down again. And then she also actually repeats this attack. In addition to that, she has speed up as well. This attack is also unavoidable and cannot be blocked. So doesn't matter if the character has dodge, it's always unavoidable and it cannot be blocked as well. So even if they have the blocks and deflex up, it's going to bypass that. You can see here that as you levels up this ability though, instead of just adding on further speed, she's also going to apply defense up to herself. And if you were to bring this to level 6, the speed up and defense up lasts for a total of 2 turns. And keep in mind, again, this still applies defense down to the target. So it's both defensive and offensive. And what I like about this is if you were to T4 this, she's also going to get an extra immunity for 2 turns. And the defense up is actually, the defense down, sorry, is actually going to last for 2 turns to the enemy target. So very consistent with her basic again. This is definitely an ability I would also recommend T4ing. Anytime you get a chance to apply that defense down for 2 turns, it's absolutely very notable and provides immense damage for your overall team. Dimensional Assault is her ultimate here, and you can see here that the level 1 just bypasses the clearing death proof on the primary target. In addition to that, and once again applying another defense down to the primary target, as well as additional piercing damage. And you can see that she also gains extra focus for using this attack. So highly unlikely that any characters that have high resistance are going to be able to defend themselves against this attack. And you can see as you level this up, the piercing damage only goes up. As well, the level 6 is very notable because this is the opportunity where she actually has the ability to strip away all positive effects from the primary target. So similar to Emma Frost in that respect, except only difference is it actually only applies to the primary target. So this is actually a, if I'm understanding this correctly, it's a single target damage here. Doesn't scale with any other adjacent allies. Her special applies to different enemies across the board, but this one is a single attack. And as you can see here, once again, the defense down lasting for a total of 2 turns. On top of that, an extra 100 piercing. To be honest with you, I think the special is more worth it because the special attack actually has the defense down for multiple targets, whereas this one is just single. And as well, you just don't get you just don't get amazing value because you still get 100% boost in piercing, whereas you already get that as you progress. If this was like 150 to 200%, I would say it's worth it, but maybe the ultimate is something I would hold off on for the T4 abilities. Last but not least, Dimensional Hopper. With this passive, this is really what's going to make or break the kit for her. You can see when she starts out, she's going to gain charge. She's going to gain offense up. On turn, she's also going to be able to heal herself for 10% of her HP. So having high red stars, that's why I was trying to go for it. It would be ideal for her. On top of that, this is really what's the kicker. If she is charged, and remember, she gets a charge when she starts the battle. If she is charged and any enemy has attempted to summon or clone, it's going to clear the charge. And you can see on the bottom line here, when this character has charged, they just can't summon or clone. So really, this ability is able to prevent a lot of characters from being effective. You know, preventing Mr. Sinister from being able to clone, preventing Ultron from being able to summon. Right? Absolutely insane value here. And you can see as you level this up, she's also going to be able to clear all the negative effects from herself as well during her ally turn. If the enemy has a defense down that's attacked, it's also going to attack for an additional 200% damage. So this is essentially just adding further damage to any targets that have the defense down. She's going to gain extra boost in health as you level this up. And then level 4 is another notable one because she also gains the offense up for 2 whole turns, further increasing her overall damage and output. So this just synergizes extremely well with defense down already being placed on the enemy. And you can see here that this additional 100% boost to the most injured enemy when this does occur as well. So I mean, this is absolutely insane amount of buffs that we're looking at for Kestrel. So very exciting. You know, Silver Surfer is going to be interesting to counter her because he can remove charges, if you recall, right? So it's going to be an interesting dynamic between Silver Surfer against Kestrel if we see that dynamic. Last but not least, T4ing this ability does give her the extra 10% in healing, as well as an extra boost of 100% total damage to the most injured enemy. And you can see here the notable one is actually giving that extra 10% max health for Nick Fury. So we can see a little bit of a sneak peek there of how this is likely going to reshape the Shield team for Nick Fury. It's going to give him that extra boost in health to make him more likely relevant in the meta again. And you bet Nick Fury's benefits are likely going to benefit Kestrel as well. He's been modified a little bit to add Kestrel into his description line. Overall, I think the Shield team in general are going to gain a lot of love and respect again. I think we're going to see definitely a new infusion of Nick Fury synergizing with Kestrel, especially to T4 this. But priorities of T4ing, I would go with special and the ultimate for sure. And if you guys have the extra handy materials, I would choose between either the basic or the ultimate. Personally, though, just due to the fact that the ultimate does have higher piercing damage, I would go with this one. But definitely all of her abilities are T4 worthy, so I do like to see that. And actually, at this time recording, you can see here that one of my alliance mates actually pulled a Kestrel for 6 red. You know what? So maybe it is working now, and maybe I just had terrible luck. So you know what? Let's dive right back in here. I'm just gonna sample size again. I just want to get a 1 or 2, because ideally, if I can get that to get me that confirmation that she's actually here, then I would go ahead. You know what? So let's try a couple more here. Maybe I'm actually just really terrible with the luck here in terms of getting anything relating to Kestrel. Because if it's worked for other players, maybe perhaps it's just terrible luck, right? So unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's working for me. But since I am doing recording, and I know like some people will likely just dive into my video here just to see the red star orbs. I am just gonna actually pull. Let's see here if the lead 4 will fall for me. Worst case scenario, it doesn't. At least it gives me the chance to actually be able to upgrade some characters. So I got the white tiger there. I do plan to open a couple more here, anyways. But yeah, just seeing that confirmation from other players is nice to see, because I'm hoping it's just really a luck of the draw here. Salter. Yeah, I'll try one more here. Last but not least, it is my last one here. 4 red for Black Widow. Okay, so that does help me actually. Oh, my apologies. I do have one more here, so I'll do this. But yeah, I guess just terrible luck, you guys. I hope your guys' luck is better than mine. I guess it's worked for some players, just not for me. It could be my account as well. But just FYI, so we were able to at least throw a couple in there just to see if it works out. But thank you as always, you guys. Do appreciate the love and the support on my channel. Do appreciate you checking out my videos. As always, wish you guys best of luck, and I'll see you in the next one.